Hi guys. I'm here. I know I'm a little bit early. I got something I got to do in a little bit. We're in the book of Jasher, as you can tell. Chapter 55. I'd like to welcome anyone that would like to join for our reading this evening. Everyone's welcome. No one refused. Before I begin, I'm going to be a weed whacking here in a little bit, so going to help my niece get the yard done. But anyway, if you're a Christian and you're looking for a good Christian channel, good Christian content, I would like to welcome you all to the Church of the Firstborn. I'm Philip Baker. For those of you that don't know me, I would like you to check out my channel. And if you like what you see, you're welcome to join. Also, I have a best friend of mine out of Sydney, Australia, that broadcasts every evening around 8 or 9 o'clock most of the time. His name is Colin James McIntosh. Look him up. We're like one big happy family. And here also have many good people out here on my channel. Hi Diane, good to see you. But anyone that wants good Christian content, check us out. Both of us would love to have it. But Mr. Colin James will be on around 8 or 9. Welcome to join the chat. Have you had a good day, Diane? Okay. Good. I'm glad. Hope everyone out there that's listening in, I hope you've had a good day. I've had a good day. And I'm getting ready to do some weed whipping here in a little bit. So I wanted to go ahead and get the stream over with. My niece is fixing to go get some gas for the mower, so I'm going to do the weed whipping while she does the yard mowing. But I love you guys out there, and I'd like to say thank you for all of you that join me each and every day, or you join me, or you watch my video afterwards. I appreciate your all subscription. For those of you that are on here, thank you for joining me when you can't. I love you guys with all my heart. Thank you for joining me. All right, we're in Jasher chapter 55. As we left off, Jacob and his family are now in Israel. And the title of this one is The Israelites Settle in Egypt. And it came to pass after this that Jacob said, I will go and see my son in Egypt, and will then come back to the land of Canaan, of which God had spoken unto Abraham. For I cannot leave the land of my birthplace. Behold, the word of the Lord come unto him, saying, Go down to Egypt with all thy household, and remain there. Fear not to go down to Egypt, for I will there make thee a great nation. And Jacob said within himself, I will go and see my son, whether the fear of God is yet in his heart amidst all the inhabitants of Egypt. And the Lord said unto Jacob, Fear not about Joseph, for he still retaineth his integrity to serve me, as will seem good in thy sight. And Jacob rejoiced exceedingly concerning his son. And at that time Jacob commanded his sons and household to go to Egypt according to the word of the Lord unto him. And Jacob rose up with his sons and all his household, and he went out from the land of Canaan from Beersheba with joy and gladness of heart, and they went to the land of Egypt. And it came to pass when they came near to Egypt, Jacob sent Judah before him to Joseph, that he might show him a situation in Egypt. And Judah did according to the word of his father. And he hastened and ran and came to Joseph. And they assigned for them a place in the land of Goshen. For all his household and Judah returned and came along the road to his father. And Joseph harnessed the chariot, and he assembled all his mighty men and his servants and all the officers in Egypt, in order to go and meet his father Jacob. And Joseph's mandate was proclaimed in Egypt, saying, All that do not go to meet Jacob shall die. And on the next day Joseph went forth with all Egypt, a great and a mighty host, all dressed in garments of fine linen and purple, and with instruments of silver and gold, and with their instruments of war with them. And they all went to meet Jacob with all sorts of musical instruments, with drums and timbrels, strewing myrrh and aloes all along the road. And they all went after this fashion, and the earth shook at their shouting. And all the women of Egypt went upon the roofs of Egypt, and up on the walls to meet Jacob, and up on the head of Joseph was Pharaoh's regal crown. For Pharaoh had sent it unto him to put on at the time of his going to meet his father. And when Joseph came with 50 cubits of his father, he alighted from the chariot, and he walked toward his father. And when all the officers of Egypt and her nobles saw that Joseph had gone on foot toward his father, they also alighted and walked on foot toward Jacob. And when Jacob approached the camp of Joseph, Jacob observed the camp that was coming toward him with Joseph. And it gratified him, and Jacob was astonished at it. And Jacob said unto Judah, Who is that man whom I see in the camp of Egypt, dressed in kingly robes, with a very red garment upon him, and a royal crown upon his head, who has alighted from his chariot and is coming toward us? And Judah answered his father, saying, He is thy son Joseph the king. And Jacob rejoiced in seeing the glory of his son. And Joseph came nigh unto his father, and he bowed to his father, and all the men of the camp bowed to the ground with him before Jacob. And behold, Jacob ran and hasted to his son Joseph, and fell upon his neck and kissed him. And they wept. And Joseph also embraced his father and kissed him. And they wept, and all the people of Egypt wept with him. And Jacob said unto Joseph, Now I will die cheerfully after I have seen thy face, that thou art still living with glory. And the sons of Jacob and their wives and their children and their servants, and all the household of Jacob wept exceedingly with Joseph. And they kissed him and wept greatly with him. And Joseph and all his people returned afterward to Egypt. And Jacob and his sons and all the children of his household came with Joseph to Egypt. And Joseph placed them in the best part of Egypt, in the land of Goshen. And Joseph said unto his father and unto his brethren, I will go and tell Pharaoh, saying, My brethren and my father's household, and all belonging to them, have come unto me. And behold, they are in the land of Goshen. Hi, Shawnee. Good to see you, sister. Glad you could join me. Welcome. I hope your day's been good. Whoop. Sorry. Be with you in a moment. Wind's blowing my pages here, so all right. And Joseph said unto his father and unto his brethren, I will go up and tell Pharaoh, saying, My brethren, my father's household, and all belonging to them, have come unto me, and behold, they are in the land of Goshen. Been crazy busy since Friday. Not quiet time, is it? I understand. And Joseph did so, and took from his brethren Reuben, Issachar, Zebulun, and his brother Benjamin, and he placed them before Pharaoh. And Joseph spoke unto Pharaoh, saying, My brethren and my father's household, and all belonging to them, together with their flocks and cattle, have come unto me from the land of Canaan, to sojourn in Egypt, for the famine was sore upon them. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Place thy father and brethren in the best part of the land without. Withhold not from them all that is good, and cause them to eat of the fat of the land. Yep. You're all my tribe too. I love you guys. And Joseph answered, saying, Behold, I have stationed them in the land of Goshen, for they are shepherds. Therefore let them remain in Goshen to feed their flocks apart from the Egyptians. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Do with thy brethren all that they shall say unto thee. And the sons of Jacob bowed down to Pharaoh, and they went forth from his presence. And Joseph afterward brought his father before Pharaoh. And Jacob came and bowed down to Pharaoh, and Jacob blessed Pharaoh. He then went out, and Jacob and all his sons and all his household dwelt in the land of Goshen. In the second year, that is, in the 130th year of the life of Jacob, Joseph maintained his father and his brethren, and all his father's household with bread according to their little ones. All the days of the famine they lacked nothing. And Joseph gave unto them the best part of the whole land. The best of Egypt had they all the days of Joseph. And Joseph also gave unto them and unto the whole of his father's household clothes and garments year by year. And the sons of Jacob remained securely in Egypt all the days of their brother. And Jacob always ate at Joseph's table. Jacob and his sons did not leave Joseph's table day or night, besides what Jacob's children consumed in their houses. And all Egypt ate bread during the days of the famine from the house of Joseph, for all the Egyptians sold all their belongings to them on account of the famine. And Joseph purchased all the lands and fields of Egypt for bread on account of Pharaoh. And Joseph supplied all Egypt with bread all the days of the famine. And Joseph collected all the silver and gold that came unto him for the corn which they brought throughout the land. And he accumulated much gold and silver, besides an immense quantity of onyx stones, bdellium, and valuable garments which they brought unto Joseph from every part of the land when their money was spent. And Joseph took all the silver and gold that came into his hand, about 72 talents of gold and silver, and also onyx stones, and bdellium in great abundance. And Joseph went and concealed them in 4 parts. And he concealed 1 part in the wilderness near the Red Sea, and 1 part by the river Perath, and the 3rd and 4th part he concealed in the desert opposite to the wilderness of Persia and Media. Well, no, Shawnee, bread, anytime you read bread in the Bible, it's talking about food. And actually here it's talking about corn. And he took part of the gold and silver that was left, and gave it unto all his brothers, and unto all his father's household, and unto all the women of his father's household. And the rest he brought to the house of Pharaoh. about 20 talents of gold and silver. And Joseph gave all the gold and silver that was left unto Pharaoh. And Pharaoh placed it in the treasury. And the days of the famine ceased after that in the land. And they sowed and reaped in the whole land. And they obtained their usual quantity year by year. They lacked nothing. And Joseph dwelt in Egypt, and the whole land was under his advice. And his father and all his brethren dwelt in the land of Goshen, and took possession of it. And Joseph was very aged and advanced in years and days. And his two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, remained constantly in the house of Jacob, together with the children of the sons of Jacob, their brethren, to learn the ways of the Lord and his law. And Jacob and his sons dwelt in the land of Egypt, in the land of Goshen. And they took possession in it. And they were fruitful and multiplied in it. But no, in the Bible, when it talks about bread, it's actually talking about food. But say due to the famine, all they had to survive on was corn. So, according to the Bible, during the 7 years of plenty, they all gathered all the corn that they could and saved it. And that's how they survived the famine. See, corn, if you take it off, oh, honey, I love bread. Love bread. Yes, I love bread. You name it, I like it. White bread, wheat bread, you name it. I love bread. I love cornbread too. Oh yes. I tell you, I love good old Southern style cornbread. And I love Mexican cornbread too, with some jalapenos in it. Love it. I could sit and eat Mexican cornbread for a meal. But no, I love cornbread. Cornbread, soup beans, fried taters, oh yeah, Or what most people call pinto beans. Around here we call soup beans and cornbread. Soup beans, cornbread, fried taters, oh yeah, Or what they call them, Great Northern beans and ham, some cornbread, woo! Well, I'm gonna have breakfast for supper tonight. Think I'm gonna have me some steak and eggs for supper tonight. Sounds good to me. Oh, hey. I love Bush brand beans. I like Van Camp's too. Van Camp's and Bush's beans are always good, I think. I like my steaks medium rare. Medium rare, it's good and soft, tender. If you get all the way done, it's tough as shoe leather. Cool. Well, when it comes to soup beans, or pinto beans you call them, I always add a little salt pork or some hog jaw. Flavor my beans with. Oh, that's the best way to eat it. I mean, people think about it. You're not really tasting meat when you do it all the way. You really ain't getting the taste of the meat. To me, it's burnt. Okay, if it's medium rare or medium, you can taste the meat, you know. I guess a lot of people will eat steak, but in my opinion, if it's all the way, I like the taste of the meat. It's like deer meat. Everybody says, well, I don't like the taste of the wild taste. What's wild? What's the wild taste? It's just the natural taste of the meat. Just like if you eat a beef steak medium rare, it's just the taste of the meat. And when you get all the way done, then you're not tasting the meat no more. Yeah. Hey, I'm happy with either one, you know. Heck, you can just brown it good on both sides and serve it to me. I'll eat it. I don't care. I like pork chops too, but now them I always do done because of all the things in pork. I always make sure my pork's done all the way before I eat it. Yeah, Worcestershire sauce. But now I'll tell you something. If you like Worcestershire sauce, try use some Dale's. Dale's is good sauce. Well, me, I always get the pork tenderloins or pork steaks. I always get them. Them's my favorites. Yeah, it really depends on where you get it. Really. There's one of two places here that I buy my meat. I either go to Save a Lot or Kroger for my meat. Oh, I love a good pork chop and mashed potatoes with some collard greens. And some cornbread. Well, I would love to be able to afford a cow and have it cut up and stuff instead of going to the store and get my meat and stuff. I really would. Anything you buy at the store, you don't know about it until later. That's all that bothers me. They keep coming up, well, we found salmonella and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And you don't know what you're getting anymore when you go to the store. People get sick and then, well, they do a recall on it. But I would love to have the money to buy a calf or something and have it slaughtered and have meat. Yeah, definitely, 'cause you know what you're getting. In stores, you don't know what you're getting really, unless you buy organic. Which, if I can afford it, that's what I buy. I always get organic. That's just like, yeah, it's a little more expensive, but I usually go and buy organic milk from Walmart. Well, true, but it costs a lot to buy a cow. Excuse me for a minute, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, I'm good stuff. I like it. I love the flavor of it. But if you like Worcestershire sauce, that's even better. It's just got a real good taste to it. Well, if you go to Walmart has that organic milk. It's a little cheaper than you can buy it, but that's what I always get. I go to Walmart and get my organic milk and something like $6 and something a gallon. Yeah, you have to provide your own containers. But, hey, you live near a farm, go get it. I love the taste of real milk. Instead of that pasteurized stuff, it don't last long. And as I was saying, the reason I like organic milk, it lasts longer than that pasteurized stuff. I mean, you go get a gallon of whole milk that's been pasteurized, you lucky if it lasts 2 weeks. But, see, the reason I buy it is 'cause it lasts for a whole month and not spoil. But, I like the taste of real milk. I really do. Once they started, I thought, well, I'm going to try me some real milk for a change, and it's actually better than that pasteurized stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Government, man, is rough on our farmers today. And if Trump was around, it wouldn't be that way. Just saying. Because you can have your pasteurized milk. I mean, you look at it, okay? Where's the calcium? You know, it's like my one old doctor we used to go to when I was little. He said, you may as well just put chalk in water and drink it. He said, it's about as good for you. I mean, there ain't no real calcium in it. Why, no. Look how long they lived. Shoot. I had aunts and uncles that, man, they lived a long life. And they didn't worry about diet. And look at them, they lived to be old. Well, it's like I said, I don't either. If I'm eating a dessert or I'm eating a bowl of cereal's about the only time I drink it. Really. But I love milk. I do, but I have to be careful about drinking a lot of it, 'cause some reason it causes blockages in my neck. So I don't eat it much or drink it much. Once you have to eat a bowl of oatmeal with no sugar or butter in it for a month to clean out them blockages. You'll see what I mean. Yeah, I try to get the organic cereals, you know, like Basic 4 or something like that that's got nuts and raisins and oatmeal and stuff in it. There's a lady, though, that I get my eggs from. $2 a dozen. So, I got 2 dozen. But I love country fresh eggs, and that's what I'm going to have with my steak this evening. Ezekiel cereal's good. Ezekiel cereal? Never heard of it. Ezekiel cereal. Cool. Oh, heck, I love oatmeal and cream of wheat. Love a good warm bowl of cream of wheat now and then, too. Sometimes I like them sweet cereals once in a while, just for like a midnight snack before I go to bed or something. Yeah, now I know about Ezekiel bread, but Ezekiel cereal, I've never heard of it. Oh, yes, me too, Diane. Me too. Like to cut me a big old banana up in them frosted mini wheats. Or frosted flakes. Love to get me a bowl of frosted flakes and cut me up a big old banana in it. Woo-hoo! Even plain old Cheerios with the banana in it. A little bit of sugar. Well, I guess we gotta quit talking about food. I like that too. Hi, Briley. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, I love you guys. I'm gonna let you all go. And I'll hopefully see you on Colin's stream if he's on tonight. I don't know what's happened to Colin. He wasn't on last night. But I love you guys. God bless you all. And hopefully I'll see you all on Colin's stream tonight if he comes on. Bye for now, guys. God bless you all. Be safe.